The head coaching vacancies. Me and Steve, we predicted the head coaching vacant. We actually did a pretty decent job. Because we for the most part hit the nail on the head, aside from the Bears that are keeping on to Nagy, because we did it at one point at the end of the regular season. Like, we
didn't say Eagles, did we?
Oh no, we didn't say Eagles. Yeah, you're right. We did not say Eagles, but for the most part, Chargers. We thought Anthony Lynn was getting canned. All the other teams were pretty easy though.
Jags,
so we're going to be ranking out the head coaching vacancies. Steed, would you like to start?
Yeah, do you want me to just go in order of all my teams?
Sure.
Or just one by one? All right. I got Jags at 1. I got Chargers at 2. I got Texans at 3. Jets 4. No, screw that. Falcons 4. Taking the homers. Jets 5. And then I'm going to go Eagles, Lions to finish it out.
Okay, so I ranked them and then put them into tiers. So I think you'll agree with me on the tiers. Tier 1 jobs, best of the best. 1, Chargers, 2, Jaguars. I think these two are relatively interchangeable. The big difference for me is that the Chargers, you basically already have a roster. You just kind of need some depth and to put it all together. The Jaguars, you need to build a roster, but you have a plethora of cap space, draft picks. You get Trevor Lawrence. You can build the team how you want. So I feel like they're pretty much interchangeable depending on what you want. Do you want to build the team, or do you want to just take what you think is a good roster and just put it together? Easily the number 1 and number 2 jobs. I don't think it's really any question. Then we get into the tier 2 jobs. And I still have them ranked out. So number 3, I have the New York Jets. You have it 5. Reason being, yes, the Jets suck, but they're just kind of a Jags light, right? You have a ton of cap space. You have a ton of draft capital. Most of the roster is going to be gone within the next 2 years. So you just get a clean slate organization almost. You have to build the culture and build the team, but you have a ton of cap space and draft capital to do so you can build the team the way you want. So that's why I have them at 3. At 4, which is a little surprising when I came into this because I thought this was going to be one of the lower tier jobs, is the Texans. This is assuming that you are going to be able to hang on to Deshaun Watson, which I will think you will be able to do. Let's say Bieniemy goes to the Texans. As long as they don't fuck up the head coaching process and don't piss off Watson,
be fine.
You should be able to have him. So of all the jobs, you can argue that the Texans have the best quarterback. I mean, yeah, the Chargers and the Jaguars, you have Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert. But at the end of the day, for sure that Deshaun Watson is a great quarterback. Justin Herbert, yeah, he looked really good. He had a great season. You still don't know for sure, though. You can't automatically assume, hey, this guy's arguably top 5 quarterback in the NFL. You can't. And same thing with Trevor Lawrence. The guy hasn't played yet. So because of that, you have to put the Texans up there. This is a job that's going to be attractive because of that. You just need to build a team. You probably have the worst defensive talent in the NFL, which is a big problem.
Yeah.
You don't have draft picks, which is the other big problem. But I still think that you have to put them at 4 above the Falcons because Falcons are still a tier 2 team. They're at my 5 spot. The reason I have the Falcons below the Texans is just because you have some decisions to make with this team. Now, these last 3 teams, you got some big decisions to make. Are you keeping on to Matt Ryan? Are you keeping on to Julio Jones? Where are you going in the draft with a team with needs at basically every position? But you still have talent. You still have talent. Your cap space is annoying, but I think you can mend it a lot easier than some of these other jobs. If you get rid of Ryan and Julio, then your cap space, you're instantly in a decent spot, after the season. So, you have some decisions to make, but I still think it's a tier 2 job because of the talent. You got tons of first-round picks in the offense. You got good players like Calvin Ridley, Grady Jarrett. These are players that are really good. So I think the Falcons you can turn around. Now we get into the tier 3 jobs, the Kind of
I don't know if I want that one.
And number 6, I have the Eagles, who I thought I was going to go into with the last spot. And the Eagles, man, this is a rough spot because the head coach of the Eagles, alongside the GM, you got some real decisions to make.
Yeah.
You know, mainly at the quarterback position. What the hell are you doing? Are you keeping Carson Wentz? Are you keeping Jalen Hurts? Who are you starting? Are you drafting one? A lot of people think that Doug Peterson wanted to move on from Carson Wentz, and that's why he was fired. I'm not actually sure that's the case.
I think that was the case. I thought I saw where like him and what's their owner's name again?
Jeffrey Lurie.
Yeah, him and Lurie were not getting along in the offseason, supposedly. They didn't agree with it, and they had some like when they were gonna change up like some personnel decisions, Peterson wanted to go inside. Lurie wanted to go outside, and like they just like Peterson said.
Wait, what do you mean for coaching or for
yeah, like for coaching? Like he wanted to go like inner, like pick up a guy inside the organization instead of going outside and hiring a guy. And Lurie didn't like that. And apparently Peterson, like towards the middle of the season, probably a little bit before, he said like the relationship was bad, and he just like it was kind of like unfixable at that point.
Yeah, we'll talk about more about Doug Peterson. We're basically an Eagles podcast at this point. In the next segment, but you know, at the end of the day, Eagles, I somehow have in my 6th spot. You can argue they have the worst cap situation in the league, even though the Saints are more under the cap. They had a plan. You know, they're trying to shell out, win it all your last year with Drew Brees. I can understand. The Eagles, you got some bad contracts. You have Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey under contract until 2022. You know, you have really not a lot of young talent at all. Holes at basically every position on the field aside from your pass rush. Not a fun spot, but I still have them above the Lions at 7. Lions are my last team. Lions, even though from an outsider's perspective, you may be thinking, hey, how do you have the Lions below the Eagles? At the end of the day, this is the Lions. When you're the head coach of the Lions, there have been good guys that I think have been equipped for the job that have failed in this organization. You need to build a team from the ground up. At least with the Eagles, yeah, we're in a crap spot, but I do think they have some stuff going at least. The Lions, it's like literally saying to a coach, hey, here's just a flat piece of land, go build New York City. You know, that is really hard. And just do it with random draft picks. You know, no free agent wants to go to Detroit unless you're getting paid big bucks.
They need to be the team that relocates to London, you know?
Yeah. Like, I kind of ranked it out as if places I would want to go if I were a coach, right? Dude, last place I'm going is Detroit. That is just it. It's been a dumpster fire for years.
You're not catching me in the Motor City.
It is the place that is known for where good players go to die. You'd have to pay me a whole lot if I was a qualified coach to go coach